Okay, I'm back. I was gonna play... Oh, I was gonna play Ace Attorney Investigations Collection. Let's see. Oh. Let me try to switch over. Adjusting my camera. Okay. Oh, but it's not on screen still. You really do forget, like, how to stream at all if you take a break. Okay. Language set to English. Some individuals... Oh, couldn't read it in time. Oh my god, why is it moving so fast? Be calm. This game supports an autosave feature. Please do not turn your PC off when the icon above is on screen. Okay, I won't. Did my, microphone get quieter? I'm so lost and scared and confused and scared. Okay, it looks fine. I guess I have to click with the mouse button, which is weird. I'm not reading no fucking privacy policy. You can have my data. Press any key. Title selection. New game. HD or pixel art. New HD chibi character sprites or classic pixel art chibi character sprites. I bet people fucking hate this. I bet people who played the original absolutely hate this model, like how this looks. I bet everybody who played the original is like, oh my god, I need to play with pixel art. Have you ever played an Ace Attorney game before? Yes, I have played every single Ace Attorney game, but not these ones. I was going to introduce this, but then I forgot. This is Ace Attorney Investigations Collection. Basically, you play as Edgeworth, and it's sort of a different format, but sort of a similar format to the original Ace Attorney trilogy and all the following games. I have played the original trilogy, I played the Apollo Justice trilogy, and I played the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, but I have not played this one, either of these. I just, I don't know. I missed the boat on them. And also, there was some lore with this where you had to translate it through a fan patch or something because it never made it to the West, but now it's here. So I don't know, I picked it up just because. Everything old is new. I just got a Steam achievement. March 14th, 1:16 a.m. question mark. To make sure the defendant is found guilty, what other choice do I have? That's the job of a prosecutor, after all. That may be true, but why? I don't know who's speaking, but we're not supposed to know. Why go this far? Sorry, maybe I wasn't clear enough, but let's speed this text up. But a guilty verdict is all that matters to me. No matter what the cost. Bang. Oh, I should change the game. Always have been, always will be. Whatever, it can be on that. March 14th, 2:05 a.m. Prosecutor's Building, 12th floor hallway. His walk cycle. It's hard. What? I should give him some type of... No, he's the main character of this. It's hard to believe that I've been away from my office for a whole month. I hope Detective Gumshoe has been keeping an eye on my office and keeping it clean. The door is unlocked. Detective Gumshoe? What's this smell? It's very familiar. Blood? Somebody perioded in your office. What the? What's the meaning of this? Ooh. Freeze! Oh. It's the same guy. Identify yourself. Shut up. You've got some nerve committing murder in a prosecutor's office. Oh? Is that a threat? Let me make one thing very clear. What? No one gets away with committing murder in my office. No one. Wow, he's so cool. I would not provoke the one who's holding you hostage with a gun, though. Also, somebody already did commit murder in your office. My name is Miles Edgeworth, and I work as a prosecutor in my local district. Little did I know that upon my return home after a month abroad, I would be thrusted into a multitude of cases in some very frantic and busy days. March 14th, 2:56 a.m. High Prosecutor's Offices, Room 1202.
I finished photographing the victim's body, sir.
Very well. Please continue your investigation.
Yes, sir. Mr. Edgeworth, sir. Are you okay, sir?
Keep it down, detective. This is a crime scene.
When I heard that a murder had taken place in your office, I ran up here straight away.
This is Dick Gumshoe. He's a detective with the local precinct, and the one they assigned to handle this murder case for the time being.
You're looking a little pale, sir. Are you hurt?
No, I'm perfectly fine. However, he always looks pale. He's vampiric.
Look what they did to your office. It's totally trashed.
I'll say, the culprit sullied my floor with dirt rather well. No one gets away with tracking mud into my office.
Whoa, sounds like you're getting really burned up over this whole thing.
This crime was committed in my office, so it is my responsibility to solve it.
Ho ho, that's just like you, Mr. Edgeworth. Okay, time to do some investigating.
Agreed. Our first course of action is to gather relevant facts and leads. We must not overlook anything, no matter how small, if we're to find the truth. So I'll keep any leads or information we find etched in the forefront of my minds. Speaking of things that pique my curiosity, why of all the places did the murder occur in my office? They're trying to frame you, girl. He still doesn't know. What is his accent? I don't know. He just gives kind of weird. I get the nagging feeling that this is something important to keep in mind. I never fucked with Gumshoe. Even back in the day, I feel like he's weaponized incompetence uncle. Like, he's always doing some bullshit. And everybody's supposed to be like, oh, but he has a good heart. Okay, and most people should have a good heart. What about doing his work? What about actually helping with investigations and such? He's always giving you evidence like 5 days later.
Yeah, I was wondering that myself, sir. I mean, you can't really say it's just a coincidence, can you?
No, not really, especially because of this.
The key to your office?
For security reasons, this office's door has a lock built into it. He's a himbo. Not a himbo positive space here. See, but the thing is, himbos, like, they're stupid, yes, and they don't hurt people, yes, but also, they should be helpful. Dick Gumshoe is always, like, I don't know, working for the prosecution, low-key. If you think about it carefully and use logic, it should become clear to you.
Logic?
By finding the connection between two pieces of information and connecting them, new information is born. That is the end result of using logic.
So how do you use it?
This conversation. Imagine, like, mansplaining to someone how to use logic. First, I recall the information we've gathered with Q, and then I connect them together with T. Now to use Q and recall the facts. Okay. Crime scene, my office. The office key. For security reasons, all prosecutors' doors are outfitted with locks, which means it would have been hard for the murderer and the victim to get in here. Ergo, it's impossible to dismiss the location of this crime as mere coincidence. Was anybody gonna say it was a coincidence? Like, okay.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking, sir.
There must be a reason why someone infiltrated my room. What was the killer after?
You're really on the ball today, Mr. Edgeworth. That's some beautiful logic, sir.
Yes, well, when you follow leads to their conclusion, only the truth remains. However,
If the information doesn't line up properly, I may stray far from the truth as well. But if I think carefully before piecing leads together, the logic should flow. Got it. Well, let's get started with our investigation, shall we? I'm just like, how is this going to be different from Ace Attorney? Begin investigation. The basis of any good investigation is to examine everything, sir. I know that, and when I want to examine something, I simply use space when I'm next to it. Oh, if you ever feel lost and want to talk, just use T, okay? I'll give you great, precise advice as an ace investigator, sir. Something to try later if I have free time, I suppose. His body just sitting here. Wait, I messed it up already. I can't press space on the body? Oh, I can. Okay. They finished photographing the body, so it should be alright to examine this area. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. He wrote on the what's it called? The books. I don't believe it. I packed those files on these shelves so tight that not even an earthquake could make them fall off, but just look at them. At this rate, the rest of the files won't be able to withstand an earthquake at all. A problem, to be sure. Well, once the investigation is over, we'll put them back up on the shelf. No, but we can't look at it. Does it not look like he wrote on there? Let's see here. There's blood all over his lower abdominal area. Better go be social for a bit. I'll be around later if you're still alive. Enjoy the social, time. I'll see you later, probably. Yeah, I'll be live for a while. It looks like the bullet passed clean through his stomach area, sir. In other words, he was shot. Yup, and until the autopsy's done, I don't think we'll know much more than that. Please have the body sent to the morgue once they're done processing the crime scene. Crime scene notes jotted down in my organizer. Are you gonna be okay with keeping track of the evidence we find, sir? Of course, this is the safest way I know to keep track of it all. Alright, if you say so. I keep all the evidence I find either in or with my organizer. When I want to re-examine a piece, I have but to press E to open my organizer. The organizer isn't only for evidence, I keep people's profiles on hand in it too. It's probably a good idea to make a habit of checking the facts often. What do we have here? Hey, I think I've seen one of these before. It's a police badge, detective. Oh, hey, I have the exact same thing, actually. What'd he say? What a coinky-dink. Let's take a look inside. Ooh, he looks a mess. Wait, his highlighter looks so good. Okay, Manny Mua. Mr. Buddy Faith. It would appear that our victim was a detective, just like you. According to his badge and ID, Buddy Faith was a precinct detective. I'm gagging at the fact that we can't look at the fact that he wrote on these books. Okay. There's nothing of it. Oh. Your files are all over the floor, sir. They probably fell during the struggle between the victim and his killer. Signs of a struggle. My files are a mess, pointing to a struggle between the victim and the killer. I doubt it. I bet there's, something under here that he just threw all these books over to hide. Oh, and I tried so hard to keep this place spotless while you were away. I mean, this just rendered all the time and effort I put in pointless. I don't recall ever asking you to clean my room. Well, I watered the flowers every day, just like you requested, sir. I just added cleaning to the list as a weekend special. For about half a day every Saturday, I'd come in and clean this place until it sparkled. Does he have a life? I don't think there's anything else to look at, really. Unless... Yeah, no, I don't think so. Ooh, the gun. Oh my god, wait, why'd he run like that? What have we here? Could this perhaps be the murder weapon? If so, it would mean that the killer made their escape. I have to, there has to be a way to speed up the text. No? There's no way to speed up the text? Gameplay. Okay. Text skip on. What? I guess there's no way to do it, but now I don't know. I think I've seen one of these before. Care to enlighten me as to where? Oh, I know. I was issued the exact same model, I think. I don't really like guns all that much. I mean, they're really dangerous. But now that I think about it, you do see this model around the precinct a lot, sir. I don't use mine much, except in emergencies, so that's why I didn't recognize it. So it's the same type of revolver as the ones used by the precinct's detective. Okay, actually, I lied. I'm not gonna play this game, because reading all this text is fucking my throat up. I seem to have gathered a few pieces of pertinent information. I'll play it once I'm not sick anymore. Now to calmly use logic and figure out if any of them are connected to each other. Oh, no. Oh wait, that's how you, okay, I see. But they want me to use logic. Okay. Victim was a detective. These two? The revolver, the standard model used by detectives, could it have belonged to our recently departed? Detective Gumshoe, could you please thoroughly check the victim's body one more time? Yes, sir. On it now, sir. Excuse me, pal. Let's see. What have we got here? Mr. Edgeworth, sir. This guy's wearing a gun holster. So it appears that our killer somehow managed to take the victim's gun from him. Let's see what else we can find out about this revolver. As I always say, you gotta look really carefully at each piece of evidence. You can use the arrow keys, I guess, to rotate an object. There's no such thing as a bad angle. Use Q and E to zoom in and out to get at the nitty-gritty. Oh, there's a carving on it. Oh, we can't look at the carving though. Okay. It looks like only one round was fired from this. Wow, so the killer killed the Vic with just one shot after wrestling the gun from him? Sounds like the guy knew how to handle a gun, huh, Mr. Edgeworth? We have no proof for now, but that is a distinct possibility. I guess this is about all we're gonna find out. We should send the body to autopsy. Jim! Why, oh why? How could this have happened to a guy like you? Are you alright? Don't touch me! Leave me alone! Just let me be! Sorry, but I can't do that. The investigation is still ongoing, so please refrain from touching the body. The body? The body? Don't talk about him like he's just some lump of flesh. Look at him. Jim looks like he's just turned in for the night. Sure, just in a bloodstained suit, pal. Where are my manners? Aren't you that prosecutor? Why, yes, I am. I'm Jacques Portsman, prosecutor. Jim here was my partner in crime busting. I'm Miles Edgeworth, and like you, I'm also a prosecutor. Detective Dick Gumshoe, sir. So you're Miles Edgeworth. I guess this is your office? Yes, that is correct. Then it was you. You're the one who killed Jim. Hey, don't go around jumping to conclusions, pal. Just calm down, okay? I will not. I know how things work around here. High prosecutor's office doors all have locks built into them, and only the owner of the office has the key to his or her own office door. That is correct. However, I was not the one who killed your partner. Yeah, Mr. Edgeworth has been overseas on a business trip this whole time, pal. And the key to the door was with me the entire time, okay? So the only one who could get in here was me. Ho ho ho. Wait, that means... I'm not sure what that means. So it was you then. You're Jim's killer. No way, pal. You got it all wrong. Everyone calm down. Mr. Portsman, correct? If you're a real prosecutor, you should know to stay collected. The investigation has only just begun. Isn't it too early to be drawing conclusions? Alright, I get the point. You're right, my mistake. I tend to get a little too... hot-headed sometimes. You sure are one cool customer, though, Mr. Edgeworth. Cool customer? That's not how the phrase goes. I've heard all the rumors about you. You're the great genius prosecutor. You're something of a legend, you know? Anyway, let's call a truce and work together, okay? Now, how about a handshake to seal the deal? A pleasure to work with you. People who have, like, gloves coded into their character design, like fingerless gloves, whatever type of gloves, like, when they go to the bathroom, they have to take that fully off, or are they washing their hands with, like, the gloves on? I kind of get the ick whenever I see someone with gloves like this, because I'm like, but why? But why would you wear that on a daily basis? You guys were conducting your investigation, right? Sorry for barging in like that. Carry on then. It's your room after all. Thank you. I intend to. I just want a little more time to say goodbye to Jim. You there, sir. I want you to capture this scene on film for me. You're playing Ace Attorney Investigators, the best Ace Attorney game? Is it really? I've played every single Ace Attorney game except for this one, and it was on Steam, so I got it during the sale, and I was like, let me play. Well, I haven't played either of the Investigations games, but I was like, well, let's see. Let's see what it's like. I should probably give them some space. I do fuck with Edgeworth, so I'm excited to play it. Do you have anything to report? Sir, yes, sir. Nothing out of the ordinary right now, sir. And yet, there's something out of the ordinary right in front of my eyes. Talk about a contradiction. Something out of the ordinary, huh? I should look around a bit more. What, the table? Ouch, they even knocked over your chess set. I had it all set up, ready for when you got back. I figured we could play a few games. I had no idea you were interested in chess. I'm actually pretty good at checkers, so I thought I'd give chess a try. In that case, I suppose I can set some time aside after we solve this case. Though I don't expect the games to tax my mental acuity much. Yeah, playing against Gumshoe is like playing against, like, I don't know, a circus monkey or something. Is this yet another batch of fresh flowers? The ones that come with a card attached every month like clockwork for you? Yup. Speaking of that, let's see what's on the card this month, sir. All will be resolved. Wendy. Oh, Miss Irony, how painful are thy thorns. Wendy, isn't that the name of that old lady with the whiny voice that stopped? That's enough, detective. You need not remind me further. Shudder. Wendy Oldbag mentioned we love her. The second game of the investigations one is the best. OMG, I was gagged. Oh, I put my stream title on that, I think, because I couldn't find the collection one, but we'll get to that eventually, probably. Shoo, how are you? Hey, Corpse, I'm doing pretty good. How are you? I'm just sitting here, playing this game on New Year's, because I'm sick, and I can't go outside, but it's okay. Oh, it's your trophy. The, Knight of Prosecutors, right? King of Prosecutors, and it's not a trophy, it's a shield. They only send this to the winning prosecutor, right? Yes, but I have no real interest in the perceived worth of other people. As for my own worth, that is something only I can determine for myself. That's so slick, sir. I'm gonna have to try saying that sometime. Unfortunately for him, his monetary worth is tied directly to his worth to me. I feel like Edgeworth does not pay his employees well. Like, I just get that vibe. Even though he's supposedly, like, the prosecutor with the heart of gold, like, I just don't trust him. I think he's a class traitor. Ah, watch out for the teacup fragments there, sir. Ugh, that killer is gonna pay. This tea set. Yikes, you're really mad over this. This tea set is very dear to my heart and can only be bought in England. It costs more than your whole month's paycheck. What? Now I feel like the killer's wasted one of my monthly paychecks. Well, it's a good thing my Steel Samurai doll was spared any harm. Speaking of which, I still haven't actually sat down and watched any of that show. What's it about again? Well, I don't know much about it myself, but the hero of the Steel Samurai, warrior of Neo-Old Tokyo, is the Steel Samurai, and his goal is to defeat the evil magistrate. It's a show geared towards kids. However, its high production values and riveting plot draws in a number of adults as well. Spin-offs like Pink Princess, warrior of Little Old Tokyo, and the Nickel Samurai. Along with the deluge of merchandise and even a new stage show gives it presence. You sure know a lot. Are you sure you're not some sort of rabid fanboy? Of course not. Anyone that keeps up with society knows at least this much. And that conversation lasted longer than expected. Let us return to the investigation. Ah, your jacket, sir. What's it doing on the floor? It must have fallen off the wall when the killer tried to threaten me by firing a round. So the killer not only shot the victim, but they shot your jacket as well? They dared to shoot this ultra-special jacket that you made your prosecutorial debut in? How do you fucking say that word? Prosecutorial? Prosecutorial. What if they had shot through it? It would have been a disaster. It's not worth getting worked up over, Detective. Not when there's something more here. Huh? Like what? I take it you haven't noticed it yet, Detective. There is a giant contradiction right here in front of us. Really? Is there? A contradiction? Did I say contradiction? He must be rubbing off on me. I'm starting to sound like him. Oh, this Yowie. We miss you, Phoenix Wright. Please show up and fuck us. But I have my own methods and I will conduct this investigation my way. When the scene before me contradicts a piece of evidence or seems off, that's when my deductive skills come into play. First, I have to find the spot that holds the contradiction. This is it. This bullet hole is where the contradiction lies. I'm not getting it. I'm nodding like I understand, but I'm not sure that I do. When I spot something that's off, I should point my cursor at it and press T with conviction. And when I have found sufficient proof to prove the contradiction, I present it. This is how I do things? What is it what does it contradict? Wait, what? Oh, the gun, because only one shot was fired. This bullet hole is the contradiction.
What do you mean, sir?
It's elementary. 2 shots were fired in this room. The first felled the victim, and the second felled this frame.
Hey, that's right.
However, this gun was only fired once.
Hey, that's true too.
Which means that one of these 2 bullets was fired from a different gun. Did the killer have another gun prepared for tonight? Other than the victim's gun that I found, could there be another gun in play here? Fame is a gun.
By the way, I noticed something, sir.
Yes?
What's that thing sticking out from behind the frame?
Ah, that. It's a secret safe.
Secret safe? Oh, I smell money.
I'll spare us the trouble and just say it. Nothing like what you're imagining is inside. Now, if you could kindly move this frame out of the way. I love Gumshoe's little, like, colored pencil he has in his hair. I guess it's supposed to be like a pen that he can take, but it's clearly like a pencil.
Roger that. Achoo, achoo. Talk about dusty.
I suppose that's what happens when I'm not here to dust it once in a while.
I had no idea there was a safe here, or I'd have kept it clean for you, sir. So when did you put this thing in?
It wasn't something I had installed personally. Every prosecutor's office has one.
Really? I had no idea.
Well, only prosecutors are supposed to have knowledge of their existence.
So what's inside, Mr. Edgeworth?
Right now, nothing. We only use them to store especially important evidence when a trial's in session.
That's it? Talk about squashing my hopes and dreams.
Secret safe data jotted down in my organizer. Oh, I forgot to read that. Who cares? It's a secret safe. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. I don't think anything looks suspicious. Now this is odd.
You found something, sir?
This keypad, don't you find it to be a bit too clean?
Yeah, there's a thick layer of dust all around it, but not on the keypad itself.
You there, the forensic scientist.
Yes, sir.
Could you please dust this area for fingerprints?
You got it, sir.
I couldn't find, let alone lift, a single print. Looks like it was wiped down well. Wiped fingerprints. Each prosecutor has one in their office, only they know of them. Prints were wiped. As I thought. It appears that logic is the only way around this setback. Time to rationally and calmly connect the dots with the information we have. Okay. Wiped fingerprints. Oh, the killer's goal, probably. I believe I have figured out what the murderer was after.
Well, what is it, sir?
The fact that the safe was wiped clean of fingerprints suggests that the criminal had at least attempted to open my safe, making the culprit's motive for breaking and entering theft, I believe. I wonder if knowing that the motive behind this break-in was theft changes what the other pieces of information can tell me about this crime. Motive theft. I guess this, because with this, then maybe we know that, like, whoever was killed was trying to stop the theft or something like that. I don't know. Oh, I guess that's it. There's a possibility that the files splayed on the floor are not the result of a struggle between the victim and his killer.
Oh, you mean like it could be from when the killer tried to find something, sir?
Precisely. We need to figure out if any of the files have been stolen.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna shelve files like you've never seen before, even at a library.
Sure. Let's give that a try. Why do all the good ones always die young? Surely you must ponder that every once in a while, Mr. Edgeworth. No matter how much we lament, the dead will not come back to life. All we can do is search for the truth. And so what are we supposed to do? How do we go about finding the truth? First, we calmly restore the files to their rightful place. You got it! Here, let me help! So this file goes here, and that book goes there. You sure know a lot about where things go, despite it being Mr. Edgeworth's office. Because I'm the one who keeps it tidy, pal. Okay, done. It would appear that the murder was definitely committed here. Ugh, the bloodstains on the bookshelf are still fresh. I suspect that the victim was killed in a standing position, hence the prints on the shelf. And then the guy fell on the floor, right? The blood on the floor is kinda grossing me out. Detective, I don't have the time to deal with your weak stomach right now.
But you know I'm no good with blood, sir.
I'm certain there's something wrong with this picture. The handprints are facing backwards, but also, like, why is there blood here? I guess we'll just... The victim's handprints. He must have tried to support himself with his hands here after being shot.
There are prints on the floor, too.
Those must have been made when, unable to stay standing, he dropped to the floor. But they're backwards. It appears that the victim was in a sitting position here after being shot.
Oh, so that's why the seat of the victim's pants has blood on it.
That would be the logical conclusion. The killer moved the body because it was leaning against the bookshelf.
The blood on this guy's pants proves that pretty well.
In a sense, I suppose.
See, I'm not completely useless, Mr. Edgeworth.
C, D, E, F, G, H, O, A, B, C, D, E. I was thinking one of these would be wrong. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. I mean, these ones are not in order.
I put them all back just as they should be, sir. Doesn't look like anything's missing.
Although it does look like the killer moved the body to flip through my shelves. I wonder if they found what they were looking for. Is that it? What am I missing here? Oh, I can deduce, I think. Or... Let me try talking to Gumshoe. Notice anything. Bonjour, happy 2026. Ooh, oui, baguette, bisous. You know that one video? You wouldn't know it because you don't know anything about queer culture, but happy French Day now suggested. I hope you get everything that your French heart desires in 2026. Is there anything you noticed that you'd like to share, Detective Gumshoe?
Just that I rushed over here as soon as I heard there was a murder in your office, sir. The investigation's just gotten started, so I guess there's not much else to say. So, were you the one that found the body, Mr. Edgeworth?
Happy Shoe Year! Oh my god, hey Tiger Lily! Whoa, maybe Naz isn't French. Maybe he is like the split core of Tiger Lily. So whenever Tiger Lily shows up, so does Naz suggested because they are one entity that has split in two. Unfortunately, upon my return, I found my office door to be unlocked. And Happy New Year, Tiger Lily. I hope your new year is so good. 2026 is your year. And what awaited me inside was this whole messy affair.
Ouch, that's rough.
Even though I left the security of this room to a certain detective.
Sorry, sir.
About investigating. I assume you understand how to conduct investigations, Detective Gumshoe.
Of course, sir. Examine anything and everything with spacebar. By checking various things out, we can gather all sorts of evidence and information. You can see the evidence we've collected with E. For information and leads, it's Q. That's it. Great job, sir. Detective Reasonable is the way to go.
It's called deductive reasoning, Detective. Clearly something you lack. Crime scene oddity. So, any keen insights, Detective?
Well, I noticed that you haven't found anything odd about the crime scene yet. That's unlike you, sir. If you spot something that seems off, you should check it out. All you have to do is line the cursor up with where you see a contradiction, and press T. But after that, you still gotta back up your hunch. Pick the piece of evidence that does the job and present it with T, sir. It's that easy.
And I suppose you've spotted something already, which is why you explained all this?
Not really. But hey, that's what you're here for, Mr. Edgeworth, to find them all in a jiffy.
Beaming with overconfidence as he none too subtly cries for assistance. Can I go up this ladder? Because I'm nodding like I understand, but I'm not sure that I do. What is your shoe year's resolution? Oh, that's a good question. I think I want to convince at least one person to stop using ChatGPT. And then whenever I convince that one person, then it'll go up to 2 people. Like, we gotta get these AI users up out of here.
Oh, Jim, your laugh, your smile. I'll never be able to joke around with you again. But don't you worry, Jim. I'll joke around enough for the both of us. You'll see.
He's not listening at all. Mr. Portsman is off in his own little world, it seems. Okay, I have to do something here. Is this spot somehow connected to any of the evidence I hold? Not really, but there's no reason. Like, am I crazy or are these hands backwards? Like, there's no reason that somebody would grab the like shelf or whatever and then their handprints would look like that. It would only be if they're gripping it from the other side. I love ChatGPT. I see no fault in using it, and no one has tried convincing me yet. Bonjour, monsieur n'a suggested. Oui, je sais que tu es le raison dans ChatGPT est mal. Shoo, look, it's the perfect opportunity. What the fuck are you saying? It was French. It was French. It was French. It was French. I said I know that you have a reason, but ChatGPT is. Oh, do not censor your French friends. Oh my God, I took French in high school, but I only took 2 years, so don't send. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh yeah, ChatGPT sucks, and it's making society like not able to comprehend anything about themselves. It's a technology that fundamentally is designed to unseat human beings from what they're good at and replace them with robots. Oh, there's a bullet hole here. Okay, I guess that's what I was missing.
So this is where the bullet lodged itself after it went through the victim, huh? For the bullet to be lodged so squarely in a file spine indicates that the files were ransacked after the shooting had occurred. Then I guess the victim was moved because he was in the killer's way.
But there's no way for that to happen because the gun only has 1 shot. What the fuck was that? He just said Eureka. Like, ew. Don't say that. I think I'll use it less. That's beautiful. It's like veganism. Like, you don't have to convert to vegan if it's too radically changing for your diet and such, but if you eat vegan food 1 day a week, then you're already making a difference. My French friend says you were speaking French, but she doesn't understand. Oh, wow. Well, maybe it wasn't for her to understand. Maybe I was speaking Quebecois French, like Canada.
I don't really see what's wrong with that spot.
Ha! You don't understand? You see, therein lies the contradiction.
Mr. Edgeworth, sir, it'd be nice if you just admit when you're wrong.
That wasn't a what? That was me keeping you on your toes, detective. How do you know my friend isn't Canadian and French? Well, you said she was French. I feel like a Canadian French would make you specify. I'm like really so confused. Like, what? Okay, maybe I can put things together. This ChatGPT life is kinda nice. I'm done with it. Oh, period. She's not even French. She's from Utah. Oh. So when you said my French friends, you were just lying.
Am I stupid? Like, I really don't know what I'm missing here. Okay, it has to be something here, though. You did your shoe year's resolution before the year even began. Now we're up to 2. Maybe I'll double it every time. So since I did 1, now we have to convince 2 more people. I need to get my talking points in order, though. When I was convincing Naz, I was just saying shit. The body was found at 2:05 a.m. Only the prints were wiped? When I did this, it didn't work. So it has to be something else. I swear it has to, like, the hands are backwards, are they not? But the hands being backward doesn't matter, apparently. Unless... No. What'd he say about this bullet hole again? Oh, okay. We just had to present the body. I guess it's like he couldn't have, the bullet can't be there because then he would have been sitting when he got shot, but I don't know. I feel like that was a weird contradiction. There's clearly a contradiction here with this bullet hole.
What do you mean, sir?
You don't see? Quite simply, the bullet hole itself is too low. If the victim was shot in the stomach, the hole should be much higher up.
But what if the guy was shot while he was sitting or lying down, sir?
That would be illogical. The victim leaned against the shelf here after being shot, which suggests that he was standing when he was shot.
Then that means... Wait, what does that mean, sir?
It means you need to use your brain every once in a while instead of mine, detective. In any case, it means someone made a faulty assumption, and it was from this mistake that our current contradiction was born. What is the faulty assumption that caused this problem with the bullet hole's position? Position of the body, the position of the handprints, the order of the files. I think it's the order of the files, no? Like, he was probably standing, but then when the files got reorganized, the bullet hole book... I don't... Because I'm also like, the handprints don't make any sense. The handprints should be the other way around, but I'm going to say the order of the files. Our character looks evil. Well, he sort of is, kinda. He's the antagonist of the Ace Attorney series, but this is a spin-off where he's the protagonist.
You mean I put them back in the wrong order just now? Hey, actually, I think the labels on the files are wrong, sir.
Oh?
Yeah, you see how the files that were shot begin with the number 0? What are those doing all the way down there, after 1, 2, and 3? That's really weird.
Actually, the way they're organized now is the correct order. They're exactly as I see them in my mind's eye.
But the numbers are all out of order.
Those white binders are special, so they are arranged a little bit differently. But from this, we know that the files were not in this order when the crime occurred. Aha, so that's it. I believe the killer made the same incorrect assumption as you just did, detective. Let's rearrange the files in numerical order and see... Wait. Oh, I see. Okay, I thought his handprints were backwards, but this is more of a ledge than I thought. I thought his handprints were, like, the wrong way around, but... He was clearly, like, leaning back and going like this.
Do you think it'd be okay to prop the body back up to how it was before it was moved?
They finished processing the crime scene, so I don't see why it wouldn't be. If you please, Detective Gumshoe. I would not prop that body up. And also, nobody caring that he clearly wrote Gumshoe over here, like, okay. As I suspected, the bullet hole is now where it should logically be. The killer went through my files first before shooting Mr. Faith.
And then put the files back in numerical order, I guess.
Exactly, and then proceeded to shoot the victim.
But why would someone kill a man and then look through your files one more time?
Puzzling indeed. The files were thrown into disarray twice, once before and once after the crime. But why? Hi Fleas, hi chat, hey Red Panda, how are you? Happy shoe year. I hope your 2026 goes so well. Now the crime scene is as it was at the time of the murder. Time to give it another look.
What is that? Why does it say gumshoe on there in blood?
I'd say that's some incredibly incriminating evidence. Yes, indicative of criminal activity indeed.
No, wait, there's gotta be some mistake. Mr. Edgeworth, sir, help me. Say something, sir.
It appears that one of my files was stolen.
Is that all, sir? What about me and my situation?
Is this what the killer was really after? Stolen file. One of the files that were written upon in blood was stolen by the culprit. I'm good and my 2026 will go beautifully. Hard to remember I turned 21 this year. Oh my god, happy 21st birthday. I hope you have so much fun. Looks like Jim was able to leave us the name of his killer in the end, and this most important message managed to reach us.
I'm telling ya, it wasn't me.
You can't be terribly pleased to hear that your beloved partner is the guilty party. If you're going to accuse Detective Gumshoe of being the culprit, I sincerely hope you have some proof to back it up. Jim's words, they're more than enough, wouldn't you say? If that's how you want to play it, then at least allow me to understand your reasoning. You got it! I don't like this one bit. There's something strange about this man's attitude, and there must be some sort of flaw to his logic waiting for me to dig out.
Mr. Edgeworth, what are you gonna do?
What I always do in court, I'm gonna cross-examine him. One way or another, I'll expose the flaw in his logic with this technique.
Oh, how do you do that? Can you explain to me, sir?
Maybe some other time. Mr. Portsman, if you are ready.
Oh, if you don't have time, you could just say so, sir.
Oh, we get a little animated. Mr. Portsman's logic. Detective Gumshoe, you stole Jim's gun from him and shot him dead. Furthermore, you messed up the files to make it look like you had committed theft instead. That's when you moved Jim's body that was sitting in front of the bookshelf. But thanks to that, you didn't notice the bloody letters his body was hiding. And it will be by his final words that you will be brought to justice. Gumshoe is killing me, worst name ever. Guess what his first name is? If you think Gumshoe is bad, just wait until you hear his full name. You intend to argue that the victim's dying message points to his killer? I can hear Jim's voice, and he's calling for his killer's arrest. Are you sure you're not mishearing his words, Mr. Portsman? There's no way Detective Gumshoe is the culprit here. I will find the flaw in this man's logic and expose it with credible evidence. Woodsucker Gumshoe, wait. Woodsucker Gumshoe would be hilarious, and honestly, you're not that far off. It's Dick. Dick Gumshoe. Mr. Portsman's logic. Detective Gumshoe, you stole Jim's gun from him and shot him dead. Hold it. You know, there's something I've been meaning to ask. What is it? Why do you call the victim Jim, when clearly his name is Buddy Faith? Isn't it obvious? Jim is the perfect name for my companion. Jacques and Jim, don't those two names go together like peanut butter and jelly?
But Jim isn't even close to that guy's real name.
Well, Jacques and Buddy just sounds off somehow. Besides, he was the third of a bunch of guys I decided to nickname Jim. He talks about the victim like he was his pet. Further, you messed up the files to make it look like you had committed theft instead. Let's see. Do you really think it was necessary to dishevel my shelves twice to do that? That's true. Okay, then maybe his real intent was theft.
Hey, are you accusing me of stealing something from Mr. Edgeworth?
It's a possibility. Maybe your salary's been cut so much that life is getting a little too rough to handle.
I'll have you know that I eat 3 square meals every day, pal. Okay, so all 3 of them happen to be instant noodles, but...
Poor thing. What an evil prosecutor you were paired up with. And what a motive, no? That's when you moved Jim's body that was sitting in front of the bookshelf. And why would Detective Gumshoe do such a thing? Because the body was getting in his way. He had to mess up your bookshelf somehow, right? Anyway. You didn't notice the bloody letter is... Why do you think that the killer didn't notice the bloody letters? The body was covering it quite well, wouldn't you say? That's how he missed it. But judging by what I've seen, it doesn't take much for your detective to miss something.
Who do you think you are? You don't know nothing about me, pal.
There's a lot a person can understand about another from first impressions alone. I can't say I disagree with him on that point.
Well, why don't you say something, sir? Not you too, Mr. Edgeworth.
Despite his lack of attention to detail, I don't believe the detective to be the culprit. Nobody could have overlooked the bloody letters, and I can prove it, with evidence. I couldn't ask for a better setup for the game-finishing spike. It will be by his final words that you're brought to justice. Okay. You didn't notice the bloody letters that his body was hiding. I guess we're supposed to say, like, oh, but he took the file after, so of course he saw it. Perhaps you're not aware, Mr. Portsman, but there's a serious flaw in your logic. Ha! Bringing a bit of the courtroom into this, I see. No problem, I'm game. I can't help but find it odd. Excuse me? Odd that a fellow prosecutor would be brought down by the power of his own office. What are you talking about? Oh, you're joking, I get it. Ha 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 ha. If you have the time to laugh, then you have the time to take another look at this. Another closer look at the— ooh, I just made my own dialogue. Do you still not see? If not, may I direct your attention to the missing file? Ha ha ha, a joke, right? I love laughing at jokes like, ha 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 ha, that was so funny. What? That's impossible. What's impossible, Mr. Portsman? Nothing. The files on that shelf are all about a certain case. When the killer went to take the file after murdering your partner, I highly doubt they could have missed the bloody letters written on the spines. It's possible that they could have taken the file before committing the murder. I think it's pretty obvious that the file was stolen after it was written on. The missing letters in the detective's names where the file should be is proof.
Yeah, I mean the S is gone and there's only half an H.
If Detective Gumshoe really was the culprit of this case, I highly doubt that even he could overlook his own name written in blood on the files. Especially as a detective who can't stand the sight of blood. Oh, gagged him.
Which means, what exactly? What does that make the dime message?
It makes it the work of a criminal intent on tampering with the crime scene.
That's so low. I can't believe the criminal tried to pin this whole thing on me, sir. I'm gonna get him, sir. You'll see. I'm gonna have him under arrest in no time.
Well, Mr. Portsman? Ah ha 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 ha! Brilliant! Absolutely splendid! Logic deserving of Olympic gold. I appreciate the praise, but it doesn't change the fact that your reasoning is flawed. Meh, you win some and you lose some. That's how life goes.
Glad everyone's so cheery, even though I feel more dead than alive.
But you know, it really is a shame. I really didn't want to have to bring this up, however.
What is it this time? Are you still after me, pal?
Humor me for a second. Who has the key to this office?
That would be me. But Mr. Edgeworth just proved that I'm innocent, pal.
We put on a lab coat. Oh, and now he's taking it off. And now he's putting it back on. W commentary. Me when I'm a Twitch streamer. Just like saying what's happening on the screen. Please get into voice acting. Oh, I would not. Lab coat? Is this not a lab coat? It looks like a lab coat to me. And that's absolutely right, and I acknowledge your innocence. Then why do I sense that you still have something to say? You put your left hand in, then you shake it all about. Well, I was thinking, did you know there is one other person with a key to this office? One other person? It's me. Hey, you there!
Yes, sir. What is it, sir?
Would you kindly fetch and escort that lovely young lady here for me? A lady? The girl is a member of this building's security. Think of her as a material witness.
Security? Did you say security? No, stop it, pal, don't!
What's wrong with him all of a sudden? Is it Wendy? I believe she needs no introduction. I've called upon Miss Maggie Bird, a member of security. Oh, it's her.
Detective Gumshoe, sir. Maggie.
Is he a scientist? He might be. He looks more like a tennis guy. Miss Bird is the security guard on watch tonight. I see. And your point is? My point is that she could very well have used it. And by it, I mean the master key, which can open all the office doors in this building.
What?
If you are not the guilty party, Detective Gumshoe, then the only other person with access to this room is Miss Bird.
How dare you? I would never sneak into someone's room. That's right. I refuse to believe that Maggie's the culprit, pal. It was me. That's right. I did it.
And can we take that as a confession, Detective?
Well, it wasn't really me, but it definitely wasn't Maggie, pal. So yeah, it was me. If it was, you'd have no problems with that, right?
Please refrain from flying off the handle, Detective. There's no need for such theatrics. Maybe it's just the widest blazer of all time. It could be. Because he's an attorney. He's not a scientist. He's an attorney, but it doesn't really look like an attorney's coat. It doesn't. Listen to your boss, Detective. He understands what I'm saying here. That girl is the only one who could have committed the crime, and for one simple reason. Oh? Reason for suspicion. It's pretty obvious that Miss Bird snuck into your room using the master key. I mean, if Detective Gumshoe isn't the one who opened the door, then that leaves only Miss Bird as our prime suspect. On top of which, she knows our good detective, doesn't she? Making it all the more probable that she was the one who faked the dying message. So you're saying she used the master key. This can open every office door. Its use is controlled by security staff. Incredibly incriminating evidence, wouldn't you say? That's what you claimed about the evidence earlier as well. That was then, this is now. The flow of a good match always changes during a rally. It's all about your reflexes and reaction time, especially for an athlete like me. I wonder if there was anyone else other than Miss Bird who could have used the master key. It seems that the only way to get Mr. Portsman to give me more details is to press him. I mean, obviously he's the killer. Like, there's nobody else who could possibly be the killer other than Mr. Portsman, but I guess we'll go through the motions. It's pretty obvious that Miss Bird snuck into your room using the master key. Can you tell me more about that? Are you sure Miss Bird is the only member of security who could have used the master key? There's only one person on staff at this time of night, and tonight she's it. Isn't that right, Miss Bird?
That's, true, but I wasn't able to use the master key at the time of the crime, sir.
Wasn't able to? What's that supposed to mean? Yes, moving on. I'd hate to get sidetracked by something unrelated.
What do you mean unrelated? I want to hear what she has to say, pal.
But you can't really trust her not to tell lies. Plus, I hate wasting time. Should I hear Miss Bird out? Yeah, let's hear. Not so fast. I too am interested in hearing what Miss Bird has to say. Didn't I just say it'd be a waste of time? We don't need to hear her lies. I'll be the judge of that. Miss Bird, if you please.
I discovered that the master key was missing at around 1 a.m., sir.
What do you mean by missing?
As in, it wasn't anywhere in the security booth, sir. The killer must have stolen it.
Mr. Portsman, I believe this to be an important piece of testimony, don't you? I can't believe that someone like you would be taken in by such words.
I'm not lying, sir.
If that's the case, then I'd like to know why you have the master key now.
I don't quite know. It just reappeared all of a sudden, sir.
Ha, a likely story. And where is your proof that the key was stolen to begin with? He kind of gagged her a little bit, like, you look a little insane, Mackie. I bet you just forgot where you put it and then found it again.
I never lose things. I can practically guarantee that. With me, if something disappears, it's usually because someone stole it. Yeah, pal, trust me, you don't want to test just how bad her luck is.
Unfortunately, I can't deem this piece of testimony as conclusive. Glad you agree, Mr. Edgeworth.
But you still haven't established Maggie's motive for breaking into Mr. Edgeworth's office.
Her motive? Didn't we already establish that it was theft? I mean, the culprit clearly went through the bookshelves and at least tried the safe. It is as Mr. Portsman says, Detective. I can't ignore the fact that all the evidence points towards a motive of theft, but I'm done taking blows. It's time to counterattack with a few facts of my own. Her intent, from the messed up shelves to the wiped down safe, I'd say thievery. But she could just come in here, like, whenever, no? I guess we can't present it yet, though. What do you have to say about this? I concur that the culprit's motive appears to have been thievery. However, Glad to hear that the old great Miles Edgeworth is in agreement with little old me. However, with regard to the investigation of the bookshelves and safe, hey, good thinking asking for my opinion on the matter. Would it be too much for you to allow me to complete a full sentence? I mean, if Detective Gumshoe isn't the one who opened the door. I thought we had established Detective Gumshoe's innocence pretty thoroughly. It was just a theory, one hypothesis among the many possibilities. Favorite game of 2025? I'm going to do a tier list of all the games I played this year, very soon. But honestly, most of them aren't games that were released in 2025. That's a good question. After I finish this, I should almost be done with like the first chapter of this game, so after I finish this, then we'll switch to tier listing. I mean, I had my doubts about Miss Bird from the very beginning. If that's the case, then why didn't you mention her first? I mean what you played in 2025. Oh, okay. That's coming soon then. Now, don't make that face. See? There goes the truth, running the other way. Let's pick up the pace and see if we can't catch up to it. I don't think you're catching my drift. But we are in agreement that the detective isn't the killer, right? If so, then I hope you'll understand when I say that since she is the only one who could have opened your office door, then that leaves only Miss Bird as our prime suspect. On top of which, she knows our good detective, doesn't she? Making it all that more probable she was the one who faked the dying message. I might be gone, I have to go out tonight. That's okay, I'll recap after. I'll be streaming again. My break is over. Trust and believe that. So I can recap whenever I see you again. Don't you think it's a bit early to be jumping to conclusions? Are you saying there's another way to open the door other than with the master key? Oh, I get it. Perhaps you had a spare made for someone else. I'll have you know I've never made a spare, so what are you insinuating? Nothing. Guess I should have known better than to suggest that someone like you would. On top of which she knows our good detective, doesn't she? Hold it. Is there anyone in this district who hasn't at least heard of Detective Gumshoe? Good point. He's practically a celebrity among, prosecutors or something? Among us prosecutors, yeah.
Really? I never knew I was so talked about, sir.
We're holding our collective breath, you know, for when you screw up so badly that you're literally chased off the force.
Wait, what? Is that true, Mr. Edgeworth?
Of course not. That's hogwash.
Phew, don't scare me like that. I almost had a heart attack there.
Making it all the more probable that she was the one who faked the dying message. By dying message, you mean the bloody letters that spell out Gumshoe. I figured that whoever wrote his name must have wanted to frame him, and just the act of choosing his name is proof enough that the two knew each other well.
Mr. Edgeworth, what are you waiting for? Hurry up and present some evidence.
Okay, wait. We already read that. Okay. Poor Woodsucker, right? Pretty obvious that she snuck in using the master key. What am I supposed to, like... I guess now that we know that the key was stolen, we can present the key, but that doesn't, like... Okay, no. What am I missing here, though? Her intent was thievery. Oh, maybe it's like... But she doesn't know that there's a safe here? Oh, okay. I guess that was right. Poor Woodsucker, right? Poor Woodsucker Dick, Woodsucker Dick. What was your 2025 resolution? It was to be kinder. I don't know if I really fulfilled that, but we tried. Do you wish to continue insisting that Miss Bird was set on stealing something? Why not? It's the truth, after all. It was also by your logic that we came to the whole thievery conclusion anyway. That may be, but you must also be aware of the fact that the safe is a secret safe, the existence of which is only privy to prosecutors. Ah! I find it a little hard to believe that a hidden safe was a part of her cunning plan. But she could have found it by accident while she was turning everything else upside down. I highly doubt that. I'd say the culprit knew exactly what they were looking for. After all, only the bookshelf and the safe were targeted.
Gah! Yeah, even I didn't know about that safe, pal. And that means there's no way Maggie could have known about it either.
Then are you proposing that the killer is a prosecutor? Interesting conclusion. That's definitely looking more and more probable. Why did you want to be kinder? I don't know. I feel like the internet made me hateful in 2024 and before that. Like, being on the internet and being chronically online, it makes you fall into like a pattern of hatefulness. And I can't lie, there were definitely moments this year where I was still hateful. Like watching Love Island and reality TV, it brings it out of me. I get mad. But I did better this year. What's wrong, prosecutor? Do you have a different suspect in mind to now? Curses, why? What made you?
What's with the angry face all of a sudden?
It's all my fault.
What do you mean?
It's Jim. He knew about the existence of the secret safes.
What did you just say?
We were partners, like inseparable conjoined twins. That's why I told him. I filled him in on the secret saves. Then that means... I don't even know what you like, right? I don't know. I like being critical of things, but I think there's a line between being mean about it and being critical, right? I think it's possible to critique something without, like... I think it's possible to be both a hater and be kind, is what I'm trying to say, basically. I know, I had only just told him, too. Obviously, it was wrong of me to tell him. I still can't quite believe it, but the thief who broke into your room was probably Jim. Now he's claiming that the victim was the thief? And you were simply trying to stop him, weren't you, Miss Maggie Bird?
Excuse me?
I mean, you are a security guard, right? That's your job. But killing is going a bit too far, even in your risky profession.
What, you're still accusing Maggie of the murder?
Yes and no. I mean, she had stumbled upon Jim, who had probably drawn his gun. I get it. It was self-defense, wasn't it?
No, I couldn't. I could never do something like that, not even as a security guard, sir. Plus, even if he was the thief, he wouldn't have a key to this office.
Which is precisely why he had to steal it, wouldn't you say? It was Jim who stole the master key.
Ah!
Pretty impossible for a supposedly stolen key to be here with us unless you retrieved it from Jim after you killed him. Mr. Portsman, are you honestly accusing your own partner of being a thief? I don't want to admit it, but it's the only way for everything else to make sense. Has he no honor? Now then, I think we're done here. The investigation awaits for no man. Would you people be so kind as to see yourselves out?
You can't kick us out. This is Mr. Edgeworth's office.
But I'm the one who's been assigned to this case. You are all suspects to varying degrees, and therefore ineligible to run this show.
Listen, pal, how many times do I have to say this? Maggie can't be the culprit.
Detective Gumshoe, calm yourself.
But sir...
We have no choice but to accommodate his request. Haha. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. At least one of you understands. Now then, if you could remove yourselves from my crime scene, I'd be most grateful. Mark my words, Mr. Portsman, we will meet again. If that's a formal request from the legendary prosecutor himself, then I suppose so. Now don't disappoint me, you hear? More twinks as a New Year's resolution is crazy. Mine is more twinks too. I think we all agree. We all need more twinks. Okay, I'll stop this here for now. Like, I'm still a little sick, so my voice is not holding up when playing this, but now it's time for something Tiger Lily wanted specifically. Game, just chatting. Oh my god, I put it all in caps. It didn't matter. Okay, here. You still being sick? It's not a still. It's a I got healthy and now I'm sick again because I haven't streamed in so long. Here. Okay, it's on screen. Okay,
So these are the games that I played in 2025. The games that I streamed. Not all the games I played, because some of them I played off stream, but all the games I streamed are here. Is it your desk allergy? Honestly, it probably is, but I can't do that right now. First up, we have Is This Seat Taken? For those of you who don't remember, it's a little indie game where you have to figure out how to place all the people. Basically, you're making a seating chart, but it's kind of a puzzle because some people are like, I want to sit here and I can't sit here, so then you have to organize it around. I think it was really cute. I think it was cute. It was fun. Definitely, I liked the beat. I thought it was fun. I'm going to switch these two tiers, actually. We'll make this one orange. Okay, I'm going to put this in yellow. It was fun. It was cute. It was very short, but it was only like $3, so it was cute. It was fun. No, I'm Not a Human. I did not care for this game. On my first playthrough, I was really like devoting brain power to figuring things out and being like, oh my god, let me figure out what the message of this game is. There's no fucking message to the game. There's no message to the game. What's that? Basically, there's you're in this society and there's this dystopic event where the sun explodes, and then there are visitors that come to your door, and you have to decide whether the person at your door is a visitor or whether they're a human. And if you let in a visitor, they'll kill the people in your house. But if you let in humans, like, that's what you're supposed to do and nobody dies. I expected this game to be about, like, I don't know, stringent government crackdowns. I expected the twist to be that there was no such thing as visitors and it was just about people turning on each other in times of crisis. There was really, like, a lot of potential there, but I feel like the game had no message and the writers of the game had nothing to say, really, when they were making this game. So it just feels hollow. It feels like the concept of a video game instead of a real video game. And, like, a lot of people like it because it's sort of uncanny valley. It's a horror game. They're, like, weird-looking characters. And I can see why people like it. It just, as somebody who cares about the narrative, who cares about video games as an art form, I could not like No, I'm Not a Human. The sun exploded. It did. So you can't go outside during the day because of radiation or whatever. So then people show up at nighttime. I'm just getting over that fact. Yeah, I would recommend, because I'm pretty sure it's not that expensive. Like, it's not that expensive. I recommend playing it if you have an interest in it, because the story is cool. I just have an issue with the fact that they didn't follow through on the plot that they created. Sounds like garbage from the bin. Honestly, I might be inclined to move it, but I know there are some other games that I would put in garbage from the bin beforehand, before this one, so we'll see. Pokemon Black 2, I, like, nuzlocked this earlier in the year. It was, like, I might put it in yellow, because it wasn't reinventing the wheel or anything. It was just, like, a little filler game for me to do in between other games. I was playing this. This is the game with Magic Lady and Bean Toast and characters of that nature. It was fun. Definitely, I thought it was fun. I liked the beats. Fire Emblem Three Houses. So this is kind of cheating because I started it, like, last year and finished it in January of this year. But, oh, Fire Emblem Three Houses. We love you so much. I cannot wait for the new Fire Emblem game in 2026. Like, I'm really so excited. Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave, we will be sat. We really will. I'll be there on day one playing. It really was great. Like, there's a reason I have a 1-point redeem for talk about Edelgard. Like, Edelgard, you are my sister, and you always will be. And I always will love you. Marvel Rivals. Talk about Edelgard. Oh my god, this queer revolutionary icon legend. She's honestly, I think, my favorite character in any media ever. Like, TV show, movies, games. She's number one. She's one of one. Back to Marvel Rivals. So I only played this once on stream this year, I think, during my 24-hour stream, but I still don't like it. I still do not like it. Like, I think that this game insists on itself. It is, you know, a AAA slop game. I'm going to put it in garbage from the bin. Trash from the bin. Yeah, I don't think so. Jeopardy. See, Jeopardy was a little fun. Definitely, I thought it was fun. I liked the beat. I was not good at it. Like, where's Wheel of Fortune? Did I not put Wheel of Fortune on? I should have put Wheel of Fortune on. Oh, it's right here. Okay. Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune are like the same category of stream, and Wipeout, to be honest. Wipeout's over here. They were like cute little Wii games just to fill the time. So I'm gonna put all of them up here. They all brought me joy. Story of Season Grand Bazaar. Okay, I actually really, really loved this game. And I'm thinking of playing it again tonight because I'm in December I'm in winter in the game, and it's like, it's about to be New Year in my game. Like, I don't know, during the middle months of this year when I was playing Grand Bazaar, I was having so much fun just streaming it. Like, it's so low-key and cozy. We love you, Grand Bazaar. Metaphor Refantasio. I fucking hate this game. I hate this game so much, but also, I don't know if it's the same tier as Marvel Rivals. It might be the same tier as No, I'm Not a Human. Like, my entire early part of 2025 was playing Metaphor Refantasio. Like, I went back and looked through my clips to see if I was forgetting any games. I don't see Rumble Roses on here. Wait, you're right. I swear that I saved an image of Rumble Roses to upload, but I don't know if... Maybe I uploaded the wrong, like, file type. Let me see. Let me see if I have it. I don't have it. Okay, hold on. Let me Google Rumble Roses real quick and add the image. Because I swear I thought about it. Okay, I found it. It's trying to save as a WebP file instead of a PNG. Like, whoever came up with WebP files needs to be shot dead. Okay, there it is. Rumble Roses. You're here. What was I on? Oh, Metaphor Refantasio. Yes, like I said, it governed the entire early part of my 2025. I was just playing Metaphor Refantasio because the game was long. I think the game had good writing in certain parts. I can't put it in garbage from the bin because it did have good writing. It had fun gameplay at times. I really, really took an issue with how they represent race and politics in a game about race and politics. Basically, the message of Metaphor Refantasio is world peace and non-violence will prevail. And it's like, you can't present a game like that demonizes violence and tries to claim that the revolution will come from everybody just holding hands and stuff. Because even in the game, it points out the problems with that. Like, the strong people kill random... Oh, not Adblock Plus. Non-violence except when we decide to kill everyone, right? Even the main character does not, like, do non-violence at all, but he's still like, oh my god, violence is bad and shit like that. It's just so confused and so... I don't know. It really pissed me off, and that Metaphor video essay might never come, but trust I have more to say about it if it ever does come. Life is Strange, and Life is Strange Before the Storm. Life is Strange... It's really interesting, right? Because it's such a time capsule. It's such a 2014 flashback. It's like, whoa. It really used to be like this. And the game is super beautiful at certain parts. I do think that some of the writing is a little confused, and I think a lot of it is shock value writing that isn't really... The groundwork is not always laid for the next chapter that comes, and sometimes it does not follow through on the writing that it's setting up, right? Like, it's a video game derogatory because video game writing sometimes does not have a comprehensive narrative. And yet, I still think that there are so many beautiful parts to Life is Strange. Like, having to pick between Chloe and the Bay at the end, like, the even just the visuals of Life is Strange, like all the browns and the autumn colors... I can't put it in, like, one of the bottom two tiers. And honestly, I don't even really want to put it in yellow. I'll put it in Shay Mitchell Facts. Made me so sad I couldn't save Kate. I know, right? They were hella wrong for that. See, I just said hella. Shout out to Chloe. I'm pointing upwards like she's in heaven, but I saved her in my playthrough, so she's here. Before the Storm. I liked it. It was really short. I'm trying to contrast like Before the Storm to Life is Strange. I think I preferred Before the Storm, but it seems so weird to put it like, I don't know. I'll put it in the same tier. Honestly, like Rachel Amber is one of my favorite characters in video games, so I'll put it in the same tier as Life is Strange. I thought you hated it more. See, if I played Life is Strange too, like that might be the issue, but Before the Storm, I think it's fine. Barbie Horse Adventure. See, this is the image for Wild Horse Rescue, but I think the one I played was actually Wild Camp or something like that, Horse Camp or something. But whatever one I played this year, where I named them like Sissy Fanny. Who remembers Sissy Fanny? Shout out to Tiger Lily. Her family really named one of the horses. Sissy Fanny, Miss Temporality. I forget who else was there, but this was so fun. This was so fun. Like, I have to put it in We All Cheered. Oh my god, you put Barbie Horse Adventure in the... Like, who cares? Yes, I put it there. Somebody would look at this rating and be like,
oh, Metaphor was one of the best games, and you... Metaphor was one of the best games ever, and you put it in the bottom tier, and no, I'm not a human, it's so good, but Barbie Horse, you put it up there?
Just die. Just die. I'm not defending myself. Yes, I did. I want to play. It was fun. I had so much fun, like, jumping off of giant mountains. No one played Metaphor. See, I thought that too, but recently I've seen a lot of people tweet about how Metaphor is like a hidden gem or something. Like, I don't know. I've seen so many people on my timeline being like, oh, Metaphor ReFantasio. You guys want a new Persona game, but you guys ignored Metaphor ReFantasio. It's seen as like a hidden gem. It's seen as underrated. Good. It should not be rated. People who say that didn't play it. I agree. I fully agree. Minecraft. I did play Minecraft this year. Shout out to Quamby Wonder, who was here earlier. I was on Quam server. Quam and Sunny's server. It was fun. I feel like similar to Grand Bazaar, I was just vibing out playing Minecraft earlier. It was... You know, I had complaints. Like, Minecraft as a game is just not something that sings a heart song to me. It's never going to be the game that I idealize above all games, or like get to level 100 or kill the Ender Dragon or anything. It's fun sometimes. So it was cool to be on that server for a little bit, but I got burned out quick. I don't even think I finished one single build. I think if I logged back onto that server, there's like a little house that's half built. Galaxy Princess Zerana. Oh my god, my queen. I just love this game. I'm not going in unbiased, right? Because it's the sequel to Long Live the Queen, and Long Live the Queen is one of my favorite games ever, but this game was so good. I love the writing in this game. I really like the Princess Razor genre, as I've already said, like stat razor type games. And Galaxy Princess Zerana was super... What's it called? Super innovative to that genre, I guess I'm trying to say. League of Legends, it was garbage from the bin, but still I play it. Like, even though I put it in garbage, I'm surely gonna log on, like, either tomorrow or later tonight. Like, ugh, I can never be free. I can never be free. You played it so much. I did. I did. Only recently, though. Only recently. Like, earlier in the year, I was not fucking with League of Legends, but recently I ran out of things to stream, so I started playing. And that was an issue. Pokemon Legends EA. Will I ever finish this game? That is the question. I think my issues with this game are really well documented, right? I think it's a very ugly game, like visually. It's very, very ugly. It's a billion-dollar company releasing basically the equivalent to Wheel of Fortune. And I think that the gameplay was bugged at different points. Like, it was hard to figure out how to play the game. I think Pokemon will always have a place in my heart, even though I don't think I'm gonna spend $70 on the games anymore. I don't think that I will buy any of the new Pokemon releases. I don't know if I'll hold myself to that because, I don't know, the pressure of missing out on a Pokemon game is a lot. But I don't know, when I play that game, I'm just like, I don't feel the same like magic and lightness in my heart as I did when I was playing as a kid. And I regret the fact that I don't. But I don't. So what are you gonna do? I feel that same way about Animal Crossing. I kind of get you, because I used to play Animal Crossing for my DS all the time, and then playing New Horizons, I fell out of it. Unless it's a mystery dungeon game. Wait, true. If they release a mystery dungeon game for the Switch or the Switch 2, like, I'll be there. Trust I'll be there. Tamagotchi Plaza. Okay, I actually really loved this game, honestly. Like, this is a kid's game. This is a baby game for babies. But it was like the first game that I caught from, what's it called? The Switch 2, for the Switch 2, I should say. And I said this while I was playing it, but Princess Peach Showtime disappointed me to no ends, because the justification that people use for Princess Peach Showtime being what it was is, it's a game for kids. It's a game for kids, so it doesn't have to be good. What? Games for kids used to be great. Games for kids used to be like Pokemon Black and White and Pokemon Heart Gold, like Mario, like, I don't know, making your game for kids is not an excuse to cut corners, and Tamagotchi Plaza did not cut corners. Like, it was so good. Games used to be for kids, exactly. Like, I don't know. People think that games being for a certain audience excuses a lack of quality, and it's just not sensible. Until Dawn, the most recent game on this list, right? It's gonna be garbage from the bin for me. I'm sorry to say. A lot of people are about to be real mad at me, but how do I say this? Until Dawn should be used as proof for why horror games cannot be made into video games, right? Because it is a horror movie cannot be made into a video game is what I mean. It is a horror movie with none of the narrative stakes, none of the storytelling tropes of a horror movie, and it ends up just being slop. It's a bunch of nobody characters reacting to nothing happening, reacting to random jump scares and random creatures. It's just terrible. It's not well written at all, and a game like this kind of has to be well written. Until Dawn is a horror game? Isn't it that cave woman with a bow fighting robot dinosaurs? Wait, no? What are you thinking of? Until Dawn is the game with, I don't know, Hayden Panettiere? Hollow Knight Silksong. Again, I didn't finish this one either, and I do intend to finish it at some point, and maybe it is, like, wrong of me to comment on this game without finishing it. But so far, what I can say is it's not necessarily the type of game that I play, that I have fun playing. I really enjoy story-based games, like story-based RPGs and stuff like that. And Hollow Knight Silksong is very gameplay-based. It does have little story, like, drip dropped in between random things, but it's all told to you through, like, I don't know, random bone shards on the ground and things like that. And it's just, I struggle with that type of game because it's not what I like. But is Silksong a beautiful, very visually appealing game with seamless gameplay that a lot of people really enjoy and that I would recommend to someone who does like this type of game? Yes. I would say Silksong is perfect for people of this genre, for people who like this genre. So for those reasons, I'm going to put it in yellow, not because I think it's bad or mid or anything, just because it's not my type of game. Okay. An awesome game to recommend, but I'm not going to tell you what it is until I'm done with it. Oh, period. She's avoiding spoilers. Oh, you were thinking of Horizon Zero Dawn. I have not played that because it's only on the PS5, but I would be interested in playing that. What is this? Mario Party Jamboree. I actually loved Mario Party Jamboree. I think it's a really great Mario Party game, and I have not played it on the Switch 2 recently, but if you're a fan of Mario Party, and I'm a fan of Mario Party, I think this is a good next step in the franchise. It's not like radically innovating, changing everything, like the walls didn't fall down or anything, but it was good. I will say I was disappointed that it did not get DLC. Like, it seemed like such the game that would get DLC, but they kind of just released it and then were like, oh, yeah, have fun. It got a Switch 2 mode, but the Switch 2 mode just adds like a few mini games, I think. It doesn't even really add anything major. So I'll put it in Shay Mitchell Facts. Mario Kart World. Okay. Mario Kart World is interesting because on paper it seems like it would have everything that I like. The experience I had while playing it was never like, oh my god, this is so fun. And maybe it's just because I don't have someone to play it with. Like, I don't have nobody has the Switch 2, so who would I play this with? But I don't have the same experience that I had playing Mario Kart 8. Like, I burned out on Mario Kart World pretty quickly after I started playing it. And even though it had like a pretty robust exploration single-player mode, I just did not really care to play that. Like, I don't know. One of my friends, one of my oomphs, he got 100% in Mario Kart World, and I'm just like, but why? Why would you, like, willingly go through the whole single-player mode and find all the collectibles? I just don't see it. I don't see it. So maybe that's a me thing. Maybe I'm, like, not approaching it right. But I would put it in yellow. Inzui. Okay, for those who don't remember, I played this, like, a long time ago. This was probably in March or May. Inzui is supposed to be the next The Sims, right? And I don't play The Sims on my stream just because I don't think it would run very well while I'm streaming, but I'm a big fan of The Sims, or I was, back before they jumped the shark and started releasing a bunch of different packs for $300 or whatever. But Inzui was a lot of Sims fans' last hope. It was like, oh my god, The Sims sold out, so now we have Inzui. Inzui was not good, though. It didn't run well. There was nothing to do in it. And I think there was like a generative AI controversy with it. Like, there were assets in there that were generative AI, or there was some mode where you could generate things in the game. I don't know. It fell flat for me. I played it like once or maybe twice and then uninstalled it because The Sims, it is not. And I respect the effort. Like, we're happy for competition within the life sim genre or whatever, but it was not a good game in and of itself. So I'll put it in I had complaints. Dream Daddy. I played this like literally January 2nd, 2025, so it came and went. But I played this during my 24-hour stream back in January, and I like it. I like this game. I have nothing really to say about it, because what'd I just do? I was just playing it in the middle of a 24-hour stream, so I was kind of out of it. But we love you, Keith. Like, my baby. I miss him. Also, I have Dream Daddy on here twice, but that was an accident. Okay. This is Indigo Park. I also played that on my 24-hour live stream. It is a little horror game where you're in an amusement park. I thought it was cool. I don't know. It was a very short game. I think it was like, the title is like Indigo Park Chapter 1 or something. It was a very short little experience where you go around a park and there are things chasing you and stuff like that. I would say it... How do I say this in a kind way? If you are a fan of Five Nights at Freddy's, but are specifically looking for something that is like Five Nights at Freddy's, but not Five Nights at Freddy's, you would probably really like Indigo Park. Personally, I'm not a big fan of like the jump scare horror genre anyways, so I was not really a big fan of Indigo Park, but it was cute. I wouldn't say it was bad. I wouldn't say it was like mediocre. For people who are looking for that specific thing, they would find it with Indigo Park, but I did not find it. What is this? Oh, Date Everything. Date Everything. I only played this for one stream because I don't know. I feel like there was something about it that was putting me off a little bit. I think one of the main things is that it feels like a very millennial game. I bought Date Everything and Loki hated it. I mean, I like dating sim type games. I like dating sims. I like visual novels. I like games like this. So it seems like it would be perfect for me, especially that it randomly like popped off, right? Like I don't know why Date Everything blew up as big of it as it did, but it popped off. Every character is a wacky joke. I agree with that. I think that might be also where I'm at. Is the reason I like dating sims and like otome games and games where you like play through a narrative is that it feels real. It feels like there's something grounding to it. But Date Everything was sort of like a parody of the genre. And it's like, okay, but what if I like the genre as it is? Like I don't know. You're making everything into a joke, but I would rather you just take yourself seriously. Also, a lot of it was like Quirk Chungus, can I has cheeseburger like type of humor, and it was just it felt a little dated to me. I'm sure the millennials loved it, but for me, I could not resonate with the Quirk Chungus of it all. So I'll put it in. I had complaints. Quirk Chungus, yeah, you know millennials, like they have a very specific sense of humor that's like, can I has cheeseburger? Ooh, I'm making the tumbler and such, and do not talk to me until I had my morning coffee. Ooh. It's all just very specific and very BuzzFeed 2013, basically. I don't know how to move. Let's just transition away from that. Okay, the next one we have is Love Ghosty. I really, really liked this game. This one was also, it's like a cozy game, right? It's basically the gimmick of Love Ghosty is you're playing as a ghost who, sorry if I bumped the microphone. You're playing as a ghost who lives in this haunted house, and you have to set up the people who live in your house on like little dates. So you like, as a ghost, you take things and you give it to another person in the house as a gift from the other person. And you're basically trying to pair up the people who are in your house. And it's really, really cute. It's really cute. I don't know how to describe it. It's not revolutionary. The writing is like, pretty much you can pair up any character with any other character and it'll work. So it's not like there are pre-existing like dynamics or anything at play. It's pretty much just a cozy game where you like put people together and then see them go on little dates and stuff. And I thought it was fun. I obviously, like I said, it wasn't revolutionizing the genre or anything. Sounds cute and 40% off. Should I get it? I would say yes. I think it's really fun. I only played it once when I was streaming it. And I did think, oh, I'll play it I'll play it a few more times. Like I'll get my value worth. And I never did re-download it. I don't know why though. I have good things to say about it, but there is a limitation in the fact where once you play it once, you can pretty much guess how all the other playthroughs are gonna go. So you could play it again and like pair different characters together, but it's not gonna like radically change. But I still thought it was cute at the end of the day, is what I'm saying. Like, I thought it was cute. Definitely, I thought it was fun. I liked the beat. I'll put it in yellow. It was very cozy, though. Like, if you're a big fan of cozy games, highly recommend. And then finally, we have Rumble Roses. This game is so crazy. Like, this is clearly a fetish, like, pornographic type of game. I don't know how these Gunnar devs even like made it through the development process and got funding for this game, but they did it. I will say I had a fucking ball playing this. Something about the characters, it was making me laugh constantly. Like, oh my god, the way they would like spread each other's legs while lifting them in the air, like it was some fucking nonsense. I have to put it in Shane Mitchell facts just for how much entertainment I got from it. How, like, literally they would, like, lift someone up to do a wrestling move and then spread the legs open and show it to the camera. Like, it was some fucking nonsense. But I was laughing. I was laughing. So, let's be a critical consumer of this game. I wouldn't say that this game should exist in 2025 because the hypersexualization and commodification of women's bodies is not a good thing. Like, if we're last bastion of woke here, but my experience playing the game was super funny. So I'm putting it in Shane Mitchell facts. And here's our tier list. And we all cheered. We have Fire Emblem Three Houses, which, okay, again, this tier list is just the games that I played in 2025. It's not games that released in 2025. So a lot of these should not be here. But Fire Emblem Three Houses, one of my all-time favorite games, if not my all-time favorite game. We have Story of Seasons Grand Bazaar, Barbie Horse Adventure, Wild Horse Rescue, but it's not Wild Horse Rescue. It's like Riding Camp, I think, is what I played. Galaxy Princess Orana, shout outs. All four of them, great games in different ways. Shay Mitchell facts. We have Wii Jeopardy, Wii Wheel of Fortune, and Wii Wipeouts. We have Life is Strange and Life is Strange Before the Storm. We have Tamagotchi Plaza. We have Mario Party Jamboree, and we have Rumble Roses. Yellow. We have Is This Seat Taken, Pokemon Black 2, Hollow Knight Silksong, Mario Kart Worlds, Dream Daddy, and Love Ghosty. In I Had Complaints, we have No, I'm Not a Human, Metaphor Refantasio, Minecraft, Pokemon Legends EA, Inzui, Indigo Park, and Date Everything. I'm thinking No, I'm Not a Human and Metaphor should move down. Like, maybe I'm too much... I don't know about No, I'm Not a Human. I'm not sure. I think Metaphor... Ultimately, I remember, like, when I finished Metaphor, I was mad. I was like, I just spent 60 hours playing this game, and I did not agree with the fundamental, like, narrative that the game presented, and I didn't think that the characters were that well developed. There were a few that were pretty good, but most of them were kind of filler, and it was just... I don't know. Somebody else would really like this game, but I'm not that person. Like, I have to judge by my own standards, obviously, and Metaphor Refantasio really irritated me with how it presented the game. I didn't see No, I'm Not a Human, but it sounds like a fire. I agree. Inzui, I also could move Inzui lower, because I did only play it once, and it was a $40 game that I only played once. I think somebody would really like this game, though. Who is grinding all that time for a story that makes zero sense? I'm saying, like, literally, I couldn't even beat the final boss fight because I did something wrong while grinding that made the boss super hard. And then I had to, like, turn it on some baby easy story mode to get past the final boss. All for the final boss to die, and then the character is like, wow, we solved violence, now world peace and stuff. Like, it was irritating me. And then I'm pretty sure the final, like, scene of the game is them, like, voyaging overseas or something. Like, they're going to be out there colonizing after. You might be the only one who can give it an honest critical review. See, because Metaphor Refantasio reviews, like, 9 out of 10 on IGN. Metaphor Refantasio review. Reflects the ever-present theme of diversity being one of humanity's greatest strengths. Is that really what the message of Metaphor Refantasio was? IGN writer Michael Hygem? Because that's not what I got. Honestly, it's not. And we don't even get a party member who represents the bottom rung of society. We do not get that. All of the characters in our party are, like, privileged to some extent. I don't know. Like I said, I am an anomaly in my perspective on this game, and that's why I did want to write, like, in depth about what I thought about Metaphor Refantasio, but I never finished my video essay. Maybe it'll come out eventually. We'll see. I just did not like it. I just did not like the story. I did not agree with the story, and when you don't agree with a story after spending 60 hours for the game to build a story, it's really, really bad. It's really bad. But that's the final tier list, right? I don't think I went through these, but I just put them here. But I enjoyed my time playing video games during 2025, and here's to playing more during 2026.